Northampton continue to be in free fall following the sacking of Stuart Gray. A Rochdale side who hadn't won away in 9 took full advantage. Will Buckley's cross giving Oldham loanee Chris O'Grady a first goal for his new side.
And Chris O'Grady sealed the win 9 minutes from time, tapping in a Simon Wiley cross.
With 5 minutes left, Chris O'Grady's deflected shot ensured Rochdale's 6th league win in their last 7. Dale are up to 3rd, but this defeat sees the Mariners slump into the bottom 2.
Dagnall then returned the compliment 18 minutes into the second half, biding his time before setting up O'Grady to score the second, and that proved to be the start of 10 minutes to forget for the home side. Rochdale's 4th again came from the Dagnall-O'Grady partnership as the former found space down the left to cross for the latter to steer home.
No doubt Hill had plenty to say during half-time, and his words had the desired effect. 4 minutes after the restart, a fine strike from Chris O'Grady had the home side back in business.
Chris O'Grady scored the winner, profiting from some comedy counts defending as Dale followed up Saturday's impressive win at Dagenham.
Third in the 58th minute, Dagnall's run set up Chris O'Grady to score his 8th goal for the club since joining on loan from Oldham. Rochdale go top on the back of their 3rd straight league win.
That setback on 23 minutes woke Rochdale up, and 13 minutes later they were level. Chris O'Grady has been productive since joining Dale on loan from Oldham. This was his 9th of the season.
To just 8 minutes, and Shrewsbury fell further behind when Chris O'Grady released Chris Dagnall and then made a beeline for the box himself. O'Grady, on loan from Oldham, took his tally for the season to 10, underlining why the Latics boss Dave Penny can't wait to get him back to Boundary Park when the deal expires next month. Kick brought the best out of Button. O'Grady's instinctive volley had Shrewsbury eager to hear the final whistle. For the Rochdale are going from strength to strength at the top of the table, and they made it 8 matches unbeaten against Morecambe at a wintry Spotland. Chris O'Grady's been a massive success since joining on loan from Oldham, but he's set to return to his parent club. A 12th league goal of a season, likely to be his parting gift.
And that was a sign of things to come. With 18 minutes gone, Chris Dagnall picked out Chris O'Grady, who slammed in his 13th of the season. Struggling Cheltenham managed to prevent any further damage until the break, but after it the leaders started motoring through the gears. O'Grady, who recently made his move from Oldham permanent, helped himself to another 4 minutes into the second half. But still time for O'Grady to grab his first ever hat-trick. It's now 12 in 12 matches, and he turns 25 on Monday. Happy birthday.
A regulation victory for table-topping Rochdale, who made it 9 wins from 13. Chris Dagnall must have thought he'd given his side the lead, only to see his shot cleared off the line, for it to fall to the equally deadly Chris O'Grady, whose 16th goal ensured normal service resumed at Spotland.
And deep into stoppage time with the Daggers pushing for an equaliser, a classic breakaway. Chris Dagnall doing all the hard work, somehow keeping the ball in play, and whether it was a cross or a shot, Chris O'Grady had the simplest of tasks to ensure that Rochdale's promotion push remains very much on course.
Until the hour mark, when their concerted pressure caused panic in the home ranks, and the ball eventually ran loose. Chris O'Grady's shot seemed to go in off Nat Brown, but he was happy to claim his 18th of the season.
And 3 minutes later, 4-0. O'Grady passing the ball past Andy Warrington to wrap up victory. That's his 19th of the season.
With time running out, Rochdale began pouring on the pressure. A clever layoff from Callum Higginbottom set up O'Grady, and his 20th goal of the campaign completed a remarkable turnaround. Dale had gone 4 matches without scoring, but the drought came to an end midway through the first half. Chris O'Grady pouncing to gleefully lash home the goal that would seal Rochdale's seemingly endless wait for promotion.
You know, been a fantastic sound, 21st goal of the season, and a prolific strike.
Chris O'Grady's clever lob pulled one back 11 minutes from time. Tom Parks was lucky only to see yellow as he tried to keep the ball from crossing the line. Rochdale have lost 6 of their last 8. Quite a promotion party hangover. They'll be hoping the heads have cleared come the new season.
They made amends 6 minutes from time when Chris O'Grady fired past Adam Bogdan to earn Rochdale a deserved draw.
Rochdale had plenty left in the tank, even though they'd had less than 48 hours to recover from their valiant effort against Birmingham. Chris O'Grady restored their lead on the hour.
Behind two players who were both hoping to get on the end of a good ball into the area. Rochdale now breaking. Gary Jones. Jones might go all the way. It's O'Grady! And Rochdale have scored! Chris O'Grady makes it Southampton 0, Rochdale 1. Southampton have committed plenty of players forward. Gary Jones with options left and right. Chose to go to his left, and O'Grady sliding it in underneath Kelvin Davis. And the Southampton fans at St Mary's are stunned.
Another opportunity to put it in the mix now. O'Grady's there. Can he finish here? Good touch. He needs now cool head. Taking his time, and wow, what a shot! 3-0 now to Dale. And Chris O'Grady takes his tally to 3. Game, set and match now for Keithhill's men. But watch the composure of Chris O'Grady. There's no panic here, even though there's 3 players from Huddersfield Town in his way, plus the goalkeeper.
Rochdale emerged from their mini slump with this win over Dagenham and Redbridge. It all looked plain sailing in the first half as Chris O'Grady's shot took a deflection off Scott Doe on 22 minutes. O'Grady's 4th of the season.
If only Orient could play all their games at home. Winless on the road since January, they went into this bidding to stretch their unbeaten run at Brisbane Road to 5 matches, but they had to come from behind when Chris O'Grady put Rochdale into a first-half lead.
Hazel, Gary Jones rattled the woodwork, but former Oldham man Chris O'Grady was there to tuck away the rebound. And that certainly seemed to rattle the unfortunate Hazel, whose underhit back pass 14 minutes from time gifted Dale their second. Inevitably, it was O'Grady who pounced to punish the team who'd released him a year ago.
So Grady got his 8th goal of the season. It was the winner for Rochdale. Dagenham and Redbridge have lost 6 of their last 7 games. Rochdale, though, on the up after their 3rd straight win.
Matt Dunn set up Chris O'Grady for their second. That was just before half-time. Blow for Southampton.